VCR Party Life, VCR Party Life. At the end of the 20th century, a scientist saw a killer comet on its way. He filmed instructions for its destruction over a second-hand VHS tape, but then was hit by a Winnebago. So his assistants Nick and Joe must search every corner of his drone for the cassette that is our only home. But in the meantime, they'll play the greatest hits they found. VCR Party Life, VCR Party Life. Melinda's.
Well, hello, Melinda.
Melinda's. It's the Melinda Hour with Joe and Nick. Welcome to the show, everybody. This is the show where Nick and I watch VHS tapes from our office, and we laugh at them, and then I think that's it. We just laugh at
that's
them.
the premise.
Yeah.
Joining us today is George Passless, dressed as... Who are you dressed as today? Tell everybody.
I'm Mr. Penders from the very important video cassette that features the song Super Duper Pooper.
Yes, I believe it's called It's Potty Time, and there might be a reason for that. I guess we'll find out.
I'd like to think that there's no reason for it, that he's just wearing it because that's what he woke up with today.
That's my hope, too.
Just a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And Steve Lawrence, who are you dressed as today? Steve is our director.
Which It's Potty Time character are you dressed as?
Tom Jacobson.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, great. Well, welcome everybody to the show. We're going to start off with a Found Footage Festival classic.
You caught me with my pants down, but no one sells carpet or waterbeds for less.
Scratch that. Put in a record scratch sound effect. This is slightly different. There's huge flub news.
What were we saying? Scratch that with the record?
Because this isn't a classic. This is something different. We're starting the show with a huge flub update, or as I like to call it, a flub date. Mm-hmm. This is based on last week's episode. We had Dan Opsel on the show. Dan is a flub expert. He's collected flubs for many years now. Usually, how did he define it, Joe? It was like a high-stakes live setting, usually. Somebody screws up.
Yep. And they, that's it. Like a blooper is like everybody's in on the joke, but a flub is just like stumbling over a word, usually in a live setting.
And in episode 118 of the show with Dan, he talked about this, holy grail flub that he found of Steven Dorff on the MTV Movie Awards saying, "Better luck next time."
And by the way, we got to start ending our shows. One of us has to say, "Better luck next time, Chucky."
Yeah. I don't know if anybody wants to change.
If we don't do it, then is it a blooper or a flub?
I think it's just carelessness.
That's funny too.
Yeah, okay.
Dan was able to, through some connections, track down this clip that he half remembered and didn't even know if it was real. Well, we had a similar thing happen between last week and this week. We had several viewers write in. First of all, Matt wrote in and said, "I remembered something from my collection, and here it is. It was a tape that his dad taped called SNL Mother's Day Special / Last Cheers episode." Did
you explain what the flub was that you were searching for? Okay.
No, I'm going to now though. It's basically when Joe and I were in high school, there was the SNL Mother's Day Special, and I think it was in 1990 or 91. And all the SNL cast members' mothers came on, and Dana Carvey's mom came on and was asking, "What's that sketch that I like that you do?" And then she was imitating some of the characters that he did. So she said, "Satan, Aiden," like the church lady. And then she said, maybe it's George Bush, and said, "Not gonna dote it." And
we always said not gonna do it because that's how we remembered it, because we only saw it once.
Yes.
We only saw it one time and have not forgotten about it since 1990. But somehow in our brain it was not gonna do it.
Right. So anytime like for example, sometimes we'll do, when we used to tour, we would have, sometimes people would say, hey, can you, when you first get out on stage, can you just tell everybody to move in a little bit? And we'd be like, we talk to each other and be like, not going to do it. I mean, that's your job.
There's no way we're going to do that.
And, but anyway, so we hadn't found it. Matt tried to find it. He watched that tape. He said he, got his hopes up, and he said, no, that was the year after when Dana Carvey had left the cast. Then we got an email from a guy who goes by the name Honeydew Wilkins, and he said, I found Dana Carvey's mom's flub. And this was...
I couldn't believe that email. I couldn't believe it. Having that pop up in the inbox, especially with the name Honeydew Wilkins. Do you think that's Honeydew's real name, is Honeydew Wilkins?
Yeah, his mom gave him the word honeydew.
I really like it.
And I mean, I'll always remember where I was. I was right here, actually, when I got that email. And here it is. How many years would it be? Like
30?
30 years
yeah,
after
30
the
years
fact.
Later.
Finally,
some closure. Finally, some closure.
Yeah, and everybody can. This will mean nothing to anybody else except us. But here's Dana Carvey's mom from the SNL, and it looked like there was a severe thunderstorm warning, wherever Honeydew's dad taped this.
That's not it. Maybe George Bush.
It wouldn't be prudent at this juncture.
Not gonna do that. No. How about Garth?
There it is. Okay,
rewind it.
Yeah, let me just play it here.
Yeah, let's do it again.
George Bush.
It wouldn't be prudent at this juncture.
Not gonna do that. No. How about Garth?
There it was. The long lost blooper has been found. Thank you, Honeydew Wilkins.
Well, but here's the thing. It's not going to dud it. It's like a dud it. But
yeah.
That kind of screws things up. Like, I know I'm still going to say dude it. I can't switch to dud it.
Well,
after 30 years of saying not going to dude it, I'm going to switch to not going to dud it. Doesn't sound right.
Is it a flub when we say it wrong?
It was a flub on a flub.
Exactly. We've been flubbing on a flub this whole time.
Holy shit.
But I don't know. So, and then we talked to Dan, the flub master, and he had some observations about this too. Like, what did Dan say about this?
Well, what he appreciated, well, first of all, he said, you guys got to enjoy this moment because this is big. I was there before. Just enjoy this moment. And, but one thing that he analyzes flubs. So he was interested in the micro reactions post flub. So they make the flub and then they do these little things where they acknowledge, or maybe a tell that they flubbed, but they want to keep moving on. Can you play the video again? And maybe we can watch it in slow motion. Maybe you can just like arrow it.
Don't have to tell me twice. Here we go.
So after she says not gonna dud it, she does like a hard laugh.
Doesn't get any laughter, right?
Well, there isn't any laughter. There's one person that laughs that I think is probably a producer.
Okay.
Maybe George Bush.
It wouldn't be prudent at this juncture.
Not gonna do that. No.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you got the hand clench. The hand clench afterwards. That's a tell right there.
How about Garth?
Yeah. And she's kind of laughing at her own flub.
Not gonna do that. No.
Yeah. And then no.
She recovers well though. She moves on and she recovers. And
she's a pro, but it was a definite flub.
I would say a pro.
Well, yeah, but it was a flub for sure. And so and then she proceeds to do other. Well, let me just play a little bit of the just for laughs, and why they only did this idea twice. Here's her doing the church lady.
Well, Mom, who could cause you to behave in such a manner? Could it be
Satan? No.
Another, she does another kind of laugh at that point where she kind of laughs at
As
her
another
own.
micro reaction.
Yeah,
It wasn't post flub necessarily.
Right.
I think the writing was bad on that. The fact that they gave her the echo afterwards, the Aiden, it should just been Satan. You know what I mean? And then just end it
more
there.
than you can ask a mom to do, I think.
Exactly. They're asking her to do the echo after.
Anyway, that's not quite a classic, but
did you call up family or anything, Nick, or did you how did you you were there by yourself at your apartment?
I texted the guy whose basement you're in and said, "Hey, it's been found," and just kind of sent it to him. That was it. That was my
quiet celebration, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was momentous. It was huge. What'd you guys think? Did it live up to the hype?
Loved it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great.
There we have it.
Asked and answered. Okay. All right. What do we want to do next?
Let's do some This Week in Flying Windows. Let me roll the graphic here.
Okay.
Nick, I hear you have one this week.
I do. I queued one up.
Okay. Here's the really cool graphic I made. There we have it. This Week in Flying Windows. And of course, these are, it's like the biggest trope of 90s videos where they start off a video and then they have windows flying by of what you're about to see.
Yep.
We have so many videos like those.
So you've played 2. I believe this is week 3 of This Week in Flying Windows. And I immediately thought of the Floby instructional video that we found. And now we have the Floby to go along with it, finally. But it's kind of a more subtle one. There's different effects. And then at the end, they hit you with the flying windows. No flying windows yet.
No, I'm getting nervous.
Oh, there we go.
Those are overlapping windows.
Yeah. Overlapping and coming from different directions. So
yeah. Ooh, that's beautiful. Left, right, left, down, right, right.
And then that thing kind of flows in. So that's This Week in Flying Windows, and plenty more to, and again, the goal is to get enough of these that we can make our own flying window videos of the flying window videos.
Have you thought about what background we'll have for that? Because that's important. What background will we have while the flying windows are flying by?
Yeah, I mean,
I tend to go with like a meadow or a pasture or something.
Yeah, or going with the 90s aesthetic, we could go with fake marble, like the green marble. You got a lot of that.
Yeah, or some sort of a design with squiggles.
Yeah. George or Steve, any ideas for the background?
Oh boy, you guys are just oh boy.
Sleep at the wheel.
We're texting about how about the flub still.
Yeah.
We're both talking about the flub.
You guys are
we still haven't recovered.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to
not gonna do it.
Well, yeah, exactly. But Steve, you did have the idea of the sponsorship, having a sellout episode. Do we have any updates on that? We've sent out some emails, I think.
Yeah, so I've just started sending them out. Basically, what the idea is we're going to completely sell out. If any company wants to give us anything, and depending on the size, we will ask for them to sponsor, let's say, Flying Windows. But if they don't want to, they want to send us some buttons, a T-shirt, whatever it is, we are going to then sell out, and we will name drop, or we'll do something for it for everything. So if anybody has any ideas of where we can reach out, or companies that are looking to get their name out there, let us know.
Well, I tried to get Mr. Sprinkles on board, and I haven't gotten a response yet. I just did their contact info on their website, but I should give them a phone call. And I asked them, I said, we'll give it to you for $70 a week, which seems maybe kind of steep. But I think if they look at our numbers, they're going to probably say,
well, and the the ice cream topping with the clown-shaped dispenser. Yeah. I don't know if they have an advertising budget or not. I'm going to guess not. But
but here, I have an idea, Steve. So if we don't get enough advertisers on board, how about if we pay some advertisers to sponsor? Like we'll pay Mr. Sprinkles like $15 if we can have him as a sponsor for This Week in Flying Windows.
I love it. I'm not sure you know how sponsorship works, but I love it.
We'll pay them for exposure.
It's more, it just looks good to have a sponsor on something.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And got a birthday segment now too. We need a sponsor for that. Oh, we're going to try and get Smuckers for that.
Smuckers. We're going to try to get.
Yeah.
We're shrewd businessmen. I mean, Cameo is where people actually pay to have birthday announcements, personalities and things from YouTube and elsewhere give birthday greetings. We actually just say, let us know. It'll fill up some time on our show. And likewise with the sponsorship, we'll pay Mr. Sprinkle. So,
I know a Ferret Lax company that might be sponsoring.
I've got a phone number. I've got a friend there. I've got a contact there. I could do it.
Yeah, I mean, these are lean times that we're finding a way to lose money. So I think that's we're doing our best here. So good update, and hopefully we'll get some sponsors on the hook here. Maybe it'll be a combination, so it'll be a net zero. You know, like some will pay.
That's the best we can hope for.
Steve, can you call Smuckers at least? Can you call Smuckers and tape your conversation with them?
All right, I'm on it.
Will you?
I will, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Maybe Mr. Sprinkles should call Mr. Sprinkles.
That's a call I'd like to see. The ventriloquist dummy of George, yeah. Well, wait, is it of George? No, it's somebody who looks like you, right?
No, it's me. It's me. It's my senior photo.
And dummy, yes, made into a dummy.
Dummy George.
With his bow tie.
I was going to guess his 7th grade photo, so I guess.
All right, I'm excited about that. So, Steve, get to work. Call Smuckers right now, can you? Can you get them on the line now? By the end of the show, we can have you talking to Smuckers live on the show. Can we do that?
No, let me tape it and let's go.
That's a not gonna do it right there.
Yeah.
That would have been the perfect time. We're just kind of giving you an example of how you could work at Dana Carvey's mom's flub in your own life.
Let's show some raviolis.
Come on, let's see your raviolis. Show us 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 your raviolis.
I would like to go first because I've seen the lineup. I'm pretty excited about the stuff that you've got, Joe. So let me just get my bullshit out of the way. This first one is, so, you know, in previous segments of the show, I've shown a collection of VHS covers from 80s teen comedies that involve giant ladies with tiny men on or around them. It was a trope of covers. This is one that didn't quite fit the bill, but was similar. It's called Taking It All Off. And this was a similar, like, 80s comedy. It stars Kitten Navidad, who's actually the woman from Sexercise, the video that Metallica drummer guy gave to us.
Look at this sexpert just talking. You're a sexpert, right, Nick?
Yeah, yep,
Nick's...
and that's a term that I love too, sexpert.
A sexpert.
Yeah.
Do you have that on your business card, Nick? For a found footage social curator,
I should.
Sexpert.
I should have business cards, but there's one scene that caught my eye during the stay-at-home orders here. I've been trying to stay at home and just kind of getting through these videos. I've never really watched most of these. I've just been looking at the covers and collecting them. So I've been watching
And what else? Doing what else?
Watching them, collecting them for a project I'm working on.
They're sexy videos, right? I mean, they're sexy.
I defy anybody to find these sexy, but I see where you're getting for. I'm not taking that bait.
Okay.
However, this scene from Taking It All Off caught my eye. I'm going to show as much of it as I can before decency laws get in. So, and by the way, we've been doing sample challenges where people who like sampling things and remixing them. We have a guy, Joe Blevins, who does a ton of these. If the song catches your eye, I think this could make for a great remix. So here's a memorable scene from Taking It All Off.
Taking it off.
I didn't have the sound effect.
Taking it off. Taking it off. Taking it off.
The plot is that when she hears the song, no matter where she is,
Taking it off. Taking it off.
and there's no explanation for the nuns.
And what were you doing during this, Nick?
Taking notes.
Oh, yeah? Interesting.
Usually eating a bowl of cereal.
Oh, is that a euphemism?
You can read into it however you want to.
I was eating some cereal, if you know what I mean.
Jogger comes by. That's it. That's all I'm allowed to legally show you here. But it caught my eye in a sea of forgettable scenes from these movies. The guy wearing the speakers, breakdancing, the nuns doing choreography.
What did you say was the premise of this movie? I couldn't hear you. I knew you mentioned it a little bit. I couldn't hear you.
I at least at that point in the movie, that character, she's somehow hypnotized that whenever that song comes on, she starts to take off her clothes. So there's a series of vignettes, like she's in a laundromat, somebody's playing that song, she takes off her clothes. In this case, the guy with all the speakers was playing that. So that was
you know what?
music.
That sounds like a tedium movie to me. Like they must play that that song a lot throughout the entire movie.
It's played a lot, and this is the sequel to a movie called Taking It Off. That's Taking It Off, and the song is used there a lot too. It's just wall to wall that song. So.
Is there nudity in it?
Tons. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I had to cut out before that. So Joe Blevins, or if anybody wants to sample that song, I think you could do a good mashup with it.
I got. Okay, so you remember Chinese lovemaking, the video? I'm going to keep with the sexuality here. This was not intended, but life's pretty cool sometimes. So I'm just a reminder. This is a video. I think somebody gave it to us. Somebody in Brooklyn gave us this VHS copy of Chinese lovemaking secrets, VHS tape about Chinese lovemaking secrets. And here's just a reminder of that video.
This exercise can be done standing or sitting with the testicles hanging over the side of a chair.
So it's just like how to be a better lovemaker.
Testicles with your left hand,
doing weird shit like this.
Completely covering them.
Yeah, what were you
Do
doing while
not
watching this
squeeze
one?
too hard.
This?
With your right hand, massage the stomach in a clockwise motion 81 times.
I did it 81 times, in fact. So then, you remember, what was it? I don't know. What is time? 6 months ago, let's say?
Sure.
I had on Theo, who's our art expert, our weird video art expert. And I was having a drinks with him the night before he came on the show. And he said, have you seen the Chinese lovemaking secrets? And he's like, yes. He goes, what about that opening scene? I was like, I don't remember that scene. So here's just, and I played this before too. There's two different Chinese lovemaking secret videos. So he gave me his version of it, and look, it has this on here.
After many visits and careful study, I agreed. Jim is a trained master of the ancient art of Kung Fu and is the only American student of mine that can demonstrate his sexual strength by lifting over 150 pounds with his genitals.
So, do you remember that?
Yeah, but was that his blur or yours? I can't remember.
That was his blur.
Okay.
Yeah. That was
it's
the
on the video.
videos. Chinese. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, I looked back at our copy. That scene wasn't in our copy. So they must have made several editions of this video. Today, George sent me this clip from Chinese Lovemaking Secrets. And he's like, is this weird scene in your Chinese Lovemaking Secrets? And I was like, no. And it's not in Theo's version either. This is... I watched more from this version. I don't understand this. We got to do some research into this. Like, how many editions did they put out? So here's the latest edition of Chinese Lovemaking Secrets, and this might be the best one or the weirdest one. There's going to be a lot of discussion after this.
There seems to be subtitles in this version too, right?
Yeah, Chinese subtitles.
Shisui. The training that you were looking at is called Shisui, or bone marrow washing. This training is Taoist in origin and was taught to my teacher.
So we've seen that on the left. Have we seen that on the right?
65 years ago. James McNeil is demonstrating genital weightlifting. He is lifting approximately 200 pounds.
200 pounds.
I am demonstrating the woman's genital weightlifting, and I am lifting approximately 10 pounds. Genital weightlifting is only a small but important part of Shisui training. Shisui training is one part of an ancient Chinese martial arts system called Shoujiu Dian, or Little Nine Heaven. This system encompasses not only Shisui training, but boxing and swordsmanship. Originally, this system was handed down secretly, generation to generation, among Taoist priests.
They passed it down from generation. So what the fuck? So it was kind of like pretty and psychedelic and everything. But what? So do they use like a?
I think they said it was an egg with a weight attached.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. See, Okay. And I found Master McNeil's webpage, so we might be able to call him and ask him about.
Oh yeah. Oh there's a million questions here. Yeah. And I watched more of that video, the new video of Chinese Lovemaking Secrets, and there's so many good scenes. I'm going to play more next week.
Yeah, at the end there's some incredible stuff. I was looking to see like what there's versions that there's one on eBay for sale for $100. It looks like the same cover that we have. And there's like 5 versions on Amazon for about $25 a piece. I almost just want to buy all the Amazon ones just to compare and contrast and do a study and just to see like what footage are we missing. If that was missing and the other footage was missing, what else is out there?
But then there were the subtitles too that I just assumed that was, I don't know. I don't speak any Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it was. I'm not even going to guess, but I don't think it was
I
Chinese.
know. I think I'm gonna have to Batman cereal this one, but.
Wow.
But
the
subtitles were in a different language than English, so you know it was.
Maybe that's the import version, or
you know, I was thinking, Nick, maybe we should do Chinese lovemaking secrets for an EP one of these days.
Yeah, that would be a good one. And
I'd like to watch something sexual with you.
All right, I don't know. I can't.
I couldn't even get that one out of my mouth. Yeah.
All right, is that it for Chinese lovemaking?
Well, yes and no. So it's done with the video, but I had an idea for my birthday episode where you do things for my birthday. Yeah. Why don't you? How much do you think you could hang from your genitals?
50, 60
How much
pounds.
Weight? Huh?
50, 60 pounds. Wait, would you want it in kilograms or pounds?
I think you're being modest, Nick.
Let's do it in kilograms. Yeah.
I mean, I'm a beginner. I'm not a black belt or anything yet, but
but Nick, seriously, in all seriousness, will you hang some weights from your genitals for my birthday?
I don't know where is it? How does it hang? I mean, there's no egg involved with.
We'll talk to Master McNeil.
All right.
We'll get you on the phone with Master McNeil.
Yeah. Well, it's gearing up to be another unpopular Joe's birthday show, no matter what happens.
January's right around the corner. So,
yeah. That's a hard no on that one.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I'm not gonna put weights around my genitals.
A hard no.
Even if I'm in an orange silhouette, I'm not gonna do it.
But here's the thing. Master McNeil, he got to where he is because he could do 200 pounds, and he's a master lovemaker.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Think of your lovemaking.
Mm-hmm.
Think of your lovemaking.
I think I'm fine at the level I'm at. Yeah. All right. So this one has nothing.
That's one thing we never talk about on this show is Nick's lovemaking.
That's true. Well, that's there's a reason for that. Let's talk about a video that Bob sent us. It looks like this. This is Bob, our one of our favorite Melindas. He sends us boxes of tapes. This one was called "Traveling with Ooga Booga on Airplanes." I was in the office last week.
Can you put it up closer?
And I found this one. Yeah, I don't know if you can make out the cover. It's kind of like not. I don't know how this passed me up the first time when it first opened the box because we've had this for months. But
yeah.
That's definitely an eye-catching cover.
And also, Bob is a pilot, too.
Right.
So did he get this from being a pilot?
No, I believe this is geared towards children. But
did he watch this in pilot school?
You know what? That's a question for Bob. I don't know. Oh, wait. I found a note. He just says WTF on it. So I'm guessing not. But anyway, I cut together some parts from Traveling with Ooga Booga. Children's videos are kind of like fish in a barrel, but this one I think is pretty remarkable. So here's Traveling with Ooga Booga.
So far,
Ooga
so
Booga,
good?
Ooga Booga. What is it, Ooga Booga? Ah, another message from our home world.
What's it say?
It seems they need some information about airplanes.
Airplanes? I can tell you all about airplanes.
Ooga Booga!
They're giant silver birds that live in nests called airports. I'll go send that report out right now.
Ooga Booga.
Well, if you're going to be looking for planes, the best place to look is the airport.
Ooga Booga.
I once flew to see my grandmother in Chicago and had a great time.
Ooga Booga, Ooga Booga. No, Ooga Booga, you can't fly in a plane today.
Do you want to learn more about transportation? Go to your library. They have books, recordings, and videos. All sorts of neat stuff to see and do.
Ooga Booga, Ooga Booga.
Tell them Matt and Ooga Booga sent you.
That's Traveling on Airplanes with Ooga Booga.
I like that. Hey, Nick, do me a kindness here.
Yeah.
And make an edit of every word that Ooga Booga speaks throughout the entire thing. I just want to hear Ooga Boogas and and all the weird sounds that Ooga Booga makes. Can you make just an Ooga Booga cut?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all the Ooga Boogas in the entire video right
there. 4 Ooga Boogas?
Yeah, that's cut. I mean the video is 15 minutes long, but That's kind of what I did. Is I cut around all the boring airplane parts, but I could just put the Ooga Boogas right next to each other.
Even if it's 10 seconds worth of Ooga Boogas,
Okay.
I think you should still do it. I'd
Sure.
still like to see that.
Look for that next week.
Yeah. What do I got? Oh, so baseball season starting this week. It's probably going to last, what, 4 or 5 days, you think?
Before somebody dies, yeah.
I'm not optimistic.
Yeah, it's not going to last long. But this is opening day coming up, and I'm in the spirit of Nick's timely, what do you call the segment? Nick's timely tie-ins. Ross sent some baseball jingle videos, and in that he sent this huge list of all, like, every baseball team has their own jingle. And he sent this one for the Cincinnati Reds from 1990 where they do a rap. And they call it Red Hot, which, we have the Calgary Flames Red Hot video.
Yeah.
That, I think was made before the Cincinnati Reds made Red Hot.
Got a lawsuit on their hands.
Oh, yeah. This is going to get ugly. Ooga Booga.
Drive into deep right center field. That ball is. Let me tell you a story about a baseball team on top of the game, and it's.
Well, he's not even trying. He's
No.
just reading off the paper.
It's like a stand-up who brings their notebook up, just trying out jokes.
He's not even dressed like rap either. He's just got done golfing or something. Is that Paul O'Neill, Steve? I think that's Paul O'Neill.
I believe so.
Reds? Yeah. All right. Okay, here it is. Let's listen to this great rap. He's kicking things off on this rap, by the way.
Oh, Red's Hot.
Oh, is it Red's Hot?
Yeah, I got it.
I flubbed it, and I told Batman cereal.
By B. Lark and the Homeboys. Okay.
Yeah, Barry Larkin.
Barry
Barry Larkin's actually a decent rapper, too. You're about to see.
Okay.
But Paul O'Neill comes first.
Let me tell you a story about a baseball team on top of the game, and it's not a dream. From fifth to first, the pennant we have won. Now I present the champion! Red Hot!
Here comes Barry Larkin. Well, this is actually pretty good.
I'm B. Larkin. I'm here with the rest of my crew. Boogie East plus McKenzie, the Nasty Boys too. Coming to you live just to bust the groove. With some help from my homeboys to make you move.
Doing a rap dance. He's doing a rap dance.
Clean cut, hard work. That's what you see.
Bootleg Bart.
He's wearing a bootleg Bart.
Another double look out. Who can it be? Now settles it's me, Spuds McKenzie. There's more to life. Just wait and see. You can make it to
Spuds McKenzie reference. Also, has his voice changed yet?
Yeah, I think that's Chris Sabo. He's probably like 19 years old there.
stolen base. It's fun to me. Another double look out. Who can it be? Now settles it's me, Spuds McKenzie. There's more to life. Just wait and see. You can make it to the big leagues just like me. Striking out hitters is what I do. Stay straight or you'll be struck out too. Everybody clap your hands.
There it is. Yeah.
Red's hot.
Red's hot. Yeah, that's a great
excited
name.
for
Red's
baseball.
hot.
It was clever on paper, I think, than in execution.
I think everybody's pumped up for baseball season now.
Yep, I think I've got baseball fever.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Steve, you're getting darker and darker.
It's yeah. Outside, it's getting darker. That's my main
and
source of light.
You don't have lights. Okay.
Let me see if I can.
You look like the back room at Spencer's Gifts.
No, Steve, don't turn on lights.
You had to go through the beaded curtain to see some pasta in the shape of boobs back there. So I get it.
Steve, I want to see you get darker and darker throughout the show. Turn off the light.
I think that happened on another episode when we were shooting with Jess Dweck in Los Angeles.
Oh yeah.
The EP episode. It was the sun was setting and she didn't turn on any lights when we started taping. We went so long that she was in pitch darkness at the end. It was pretty great. Anything else for Shows Your Raviolis?
Oh yeah, I have one more. I have just a quick one. Here. This is a so on Quarantine Classics we did the toe tapping tournament, and lately we've been recruiting new jingles and songs and catchy tunes to compete in the next round, which I think is going to be next year. But I woke up with this song in my head for some goddamn reason. I think it came out in 2007 or so. It's a jingle. It's a parody jingle, which we've never done parody jingles before. And I'm surprised it's taken us this long to play this one because, Nick, I remember we were huge fans of this when it came out. So here's this.
In Chicago.
Oh, wait. Nope.
I think I'm gonna write my guess down.
Uh-huh.
And if I'm correct, is based on
Okay.
your description.
Introducing Kraft Natural Cheese Crumbles.
The Crumbelievable.
New Kraft Crumbles. Intense nuggets of real Kraft cheese crumbled right off the block to give your favorite foods the big cheese taste you love.
That big cheese taste that blows you away. The Crumbelievable.
New Kraft Crumbles. Good. They're Crumbelievable. And try new Kraft Crumbles and 3 cheese and mozzarella.
There you
Yep.
go.
Never forget.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember watching that on TV. I think we might have been together seeing that. I
Yes.
can't remember, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I think we were in a hotel, and
Yeah.
You know, it was one of those days you wake up and the Brady Bunch is on, and you're like, oh, let's watch the Brady Bunch, and then the Crumbelievable commercial comes on. And it's
Exactly.
just like, oh, this is as good as it gets right here.
You know
this
what
is
I
why you
thought?
tour.
You know what I thought it was gonna be was, gotta be Domino's buffalo wings.
Yes.
To We Will Rock You.
That'll be next week.
I have
Crumbelievable.
Crumbelievable. I have a similar jingle update. I was going to put it in a different segment, but I think it makes sense here talking about jingles. So Christopher sent in a jingle that has become legendary in the Lake George area of New York, and it's for a water slide commercial. Let me just play the jingle, and I'll explain why it's become legendary.
World, I'm really crazy about your wild slides.
Wild, you bet.
Water slide world, the #1 in family fun.
Fun, you bet.
I'm on a baby, gonna slide, slide, slide. Come on, a baby, gonna glide, glide, glide. Come on, a baby, gonna slide, slide, slide. Away, gonna glide down, fly, whirl around, touch the sky. Water slide world, I really love the way you feel.
Okay, so here's
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was like a Broadway song.
It was, and so I guess there's been for years in that area, people have debated what the last line of that song was, because this just was inundated people in the area. Some people thought it was, "You're gonna love the way you," or I'm gonna love the way you gleam, GLEAM, and other people thought it's I'm gonna love the way you feel. You're gonna love the way you feel, or you're gonna love the way you gleam.
Let's hear it again.
Let me play it for you, just the ending again, and you decide. What do you hear?
I really love the way you feel.
One more time.
I really love the way you feel. I really love the way you feel.
And remember where you breathe.
I mean, it's the last line of the whole jingle, and nobody could understand what it said.
I think and remember where you breathe makes sense because it's a water park. So it's like remember where you breathe.
Right. George, Steve, any opinions?
Not a clue.
I thought breed, like as if you might meet your mate there.
Well, in 2019, the Daily Gazette, which I guess is an area newspaper, did an expose on this, and they said it was a pop masterpiece. It starts with a vocalist whispering the words "Water Slide World," builds up to a triumphant pop ballad that generations remember. And some people thought it's "I really love the way you feel." Some people thought it was "I really love the way you gleam." And there's been Reddit threads about it. Will Levitt, who's the editor of Saratoga Living magazine, was so certain that it was "You're gonna love the way you," I really love the way you feel, that he included an article and questioned the bizarre lyrical choice, because he just thought I really love the way you feel is a weird thing to say about a water slide. Well, it turns out they got a hold of somebody from Cathedral Sound Studios in the area. He's been in audio production since the 70s, and he found the original tapes that jingle came on from 1988. And I guess they had like 10 different versions of the jingle on it, and he said he listened to it again, and the last line is "I really love the way you feel." Now, the interesting part about this is the jingle was created, he saw on the box, was created somewhere in Texas. Now that,
Well.
The plot thickens.
Otis.
That is where some of our most famous jingles from VCR Party have been created by a mastermind from the Dallas area named Otis. So could that be an Otis? I really love the way you feel.
That sounds like an Otis. And I feel like Otis lyrics, they just kind of shit them out. You know, I don't think they spend that much time on them. And that sounds like a shout out lyric. to me.
Right, and we also found out that Otis jingles were reused. So like, he'd have the same melody and the same sort of template, and it could be for a car commercial or for a salad dressing.
I mean, I hear some Springer Mountain Chicken in that.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
And
It's
I
just
really
like-
love the way you feel. Might make more sense if it was talking about a mattress or something else. Maybe they just decided to keep there. It's like, fuck it. Who cares? No one cares about the last lyric of the water slide commercial.
Well, and I
Let's
feel like they mixed it intentionally so you couldn't really hear that lyric.
That's a good
But they
point.
didn't think that assholes like us and like other people would be
scrutinize it?
zeroing in on that, and they got. They got.
It was a whole community discussing this. So they got to the bottom of it. So thanks to Christopher for bringing that to our attention. And I believe that's Show Us Your Raviolis.
Come on, let's see your raviolis. Show us 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 your raviolis.
Let's get this party started with some nice things. I guess technically the party's already been started.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, yeah.
I didn't have to say let's get this party started. The
I'm
party
gonna bring
already
up a
started
point
like,
of order, but yeah.
It started like 40 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So yeah.
This is
I
a
just didn't know what
segment-
to say.
This is a segment where we just show off nice things. I just have to show this off. It's meaningful to me, but nobody else. My girlfriend surprised me with the gift she found on eBay. Look at this skateboard. This is I've never heard or seen this skateboard. This is a vintage skateboard with a ripped-looking elf skateboarding across the world with Valterra. You familiar with Valterra skateboards?
I've heard of Valterra. Yeah.
I was a Veriflex man myself. That was the Kmart, or
that was the cheap brand. Yeah, that's
Nothing on the bottom.
Nash and Veriflex.
Yeah.
The cheap ones. Yeah.
But yeah, Valterra made one. They also made like a Beach Boys one. Apparently, they had some licensing money. So I now have an Elf skateboard. I'm very proud of it.
Congratulations. Do you have any videos of you doing tricks or anything on it, or?
It's unskatable. I tried it and almost killed myself.
Oh, you don't have any video? You didn't set up a camera
No.
to get you doing it? No, you didn't do that.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Nicholas Caesar sent a great Nolte illustration. I think he posted this on the Melindaverse, but look at that. That's so good. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Isn't that beautiful, Precious?
Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh man, you can see the anguish in Nolte's eyes there. You know, that's like right after he passed out, and he was hitting the buttons really fast. And
our merch guy Glenn made a mug of this already on foundfootagefest.com. You can get a mug of Nick Caesar's amazing Nick Nolte drawing. And by the way,
we're just trying to make a buck here.
Yeah, we're trying to lose a buck in sponsorships, but make up for in other areas.
We're trying to make a buck one mug at a time.
Yeah, and what was I going to say? Oh, if you want to know the whole story about Hello Melinda's and Nick Nolte, there's a video called "The Story of Melinda" that George put together that goes into it all. Because there's always at least one person that says, "What does that mean?"
Yeah.
So rather than explain it, watch the video.
And I watch it every so often because George did a bang-up job on that edit.
It's
and
true.
Yeah.
It's the whole story. One quick thing. This is when NASCAR banned the Confederate flag, I was like, oh, wouldn't it be
outraged?
funny?
You were outraged?
Yeah, no, that's not where I'm going with this.
Oh.
I was trying to think of another funny flag they could ban, and I just looked up to see if like dumb flags, I just was doing Google search for dumb flags. And I found a flag that was a T-shirt we actually talked about on Quarantine Classics on Saturday. That was Buttweiser, King of Butts.
Yeah.
This Butts for you or whatever. And
I had that shirt for a long time.
Yeah. And so I looked it up, and there was a flag of it. So I just posted a picture of it and said, does anybody know if we're allowed to, on social media, does anybody know if we're still allowed to bring this flag to NASCAR races? And then I looked it up, and sure enough, somebody had that flag for sale on Amazon, brand new for like 99 cents. And so I had this idea. I was going to go back to Wisconsin last week. I canceled the trip, but my idea was to buy that flag, and my mom has a flag outside the house that like changes seasonally. It'll be like spring, it'll have tulips and a bunny rabbit on it. And I wanted to, while they were up at the cabin they rented, replace it with this flag, which I'll show here. I don't know how much you'll be able to see, but this is the 99-cent.
Oh, you got it.
I got the flag. I mean, I'm not going to turn this down. It's King of Rears. Buttweiser, and then you have some butts on the bottom.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
King of Rears, and then at the bottom it says "This butt's for you," and then it has these hooks in, so you can put it in your little. So I really wanted to surprise my parents and have that up for the whole week, and then when they came back from the cabin, they would have the King of Butts Buttweiser flag. But in the meantime, I thought at least I can show it here.
Yeah. Why do you feel like you have to force your sexuality onto your parents? Like that sexuality thing is your thing. It's not your parents' thing. Maybe it is. I don't know. But
yeah, this is steaming hot. This is just. And then this is my favorite part. Yeah, wants. Do you see it? It says. This is
wants your butt.
This is the other great part. I'm going to single screen
One
here.
Fluid pint.
I don't know what that part is, but then there's wants your bush apostrophe S. So I mean, I just wanted to see what the neighborhood association would say about King of Rears.
I don't know. I'm 100% in support of this idea. I think you should do it.
It's not too late. I'll just tell my parents not to watch this episode, and next time I'm able to go home, I'll.
Well, I'm in Wisconsin now. If you want to overnight it to me, FedEx it to me.
Actually, I would do that.
I would be happy to run by there. And
that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll send it care of Jakester's basement.
Yeah.
All right, that's definitely some nice things. Well, it's time to get this party started with an informational segment we have that's called How to Watch Cyber Videos on the Internet.
The party started a long time ago.
Oh, shit.
You don't have to say, let's get this party started. You say that up top.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
Well, maybe I can get this party started with a video that was sent in by Jeff, who goes by the name J-Mouse. This, of course, is the segment where we teach you how to watch internet videos.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, I think J-Mouse might work in the medical field. He was wondering if we had, like, medical videos. They're hard to come by because they're mostly industrial. And
we have a lot, though. We have a lot of medical videos. Yeah.
This one I hadn't seen. It's newer, as the 16:9 aspect ratio will give away. It's a demonstration video for a product that helps pediatric nurses. It's how to train without dealing with a human child.
I'm listening.
Pediatric Hal.
Is that a reference to 2001?
I think so.
Hi, I'm Hal. I'm the world's most advanced pediatric patient simulator. I help healthcare students and professionals improve their skills in pediatric care through immersive simulation learning experiences. Check out my cool features.
Okay, Hal, can you tell me how much your head hurts?
An 8.
An 8? Okay, Hal.
Wow!
Lifelike.
Ouch!
He could be amazed, have transient pain. Selectable emotional states: worried, anxious, lethargic, and more. That's the 4 of us. We got worried down there, anxious, lethargic.
Are you a nurse? Cool!
Alright, here we go.
What? Is this a joke video? This has to be a joke video.
Absolutely not. I went to the video. It's much longer. I cut it together like that. But it's a real video advertising that product for pediatric nurses who are training. And I mean, I guess it's a good thing. You don't want them to be, doing that on human patients. But
yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
it's just odd that they.
It reminds me of Mr. Sprinkles, kind of, actually.
Who, Hal?
Yeah, you got Hal. A little boy named Hal. Yeah, it reminds me of Mr. Sprinkles.
What do you think about adding an 8 at the end of as our closer? I don't know.
100%. 100%.
That has the potential to be a new classic.
Yeah. Wow, that was cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jay Mouse.
Yep.
For that one.
What
do you guys got? Steve, George, who wants to go next?
I'll jump in.
Yeah, before you're in complete darkness, why don't you go?
That's a good idea.
Wait, will you turn off the light? Will you turn off the light just to see where we're at now with the? Yeah. There we go. Yes, do it. Do it this way.
Okay, it's about an 8.
Yeah, that is about 8. So, Joe, as you know, I'm trying to lose weight. I'm looking all over for possible ways to do it. And
what's your weight at? What's your number?
Yeah, I'm kind of stalled at 230. So
what were you last time?
230. I haven't been able to get below that. Yeah, I'm pretty much plateaued, and I'm refusing to eat healthier or drink less. So that's really probably a big problem. But in any event, I came across this. I think a lot of people have heard of it, but I had never heard of it before. But Nick went to the Floby now, so I might have to, you repurpose this old idea as something new during quarantine.
Can't wait.
Take the work out of your workout. The Hawaii chair.
Oh!
You know, Tamara, the Hawaii chair wasn't designed just for home. I mean, after all, for some of us, at least 40 hours of our week is spent sitting behind a desk at the office. So to see what office workers think of the Hawaii chair, we sent Aaron Lee to work.
Oh, this is a news show.
Hi, I'm Aaron Lee with
It's an infomercial.
USA, and today we've brought the Hawaii chair
I think it's
to
a news
very
show,
busy
Steve.
work
This is
environment.
NBC.
Let's get some first-time reactions.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
That feels great on my abs.
I can really feel this working.
Hawaii chair while answering phones, using the
Nick,
computer,
if I bought one of these for
balancing
the office,
books,
would you
or
use it
filing
daily?
paperwork.
Absolutely.
You can hardly call this work. With the
And a
Hawaii
shake
chair,
weight at
it
the
takes
same time.
the work out of your workday.
If you can sit, you can get fit. The Hawaii chair.
Thanks, Aaron Lee.
Thanks, Aaron Lee.
Now we're back to our normal show. The commercials are over.
Right.
Now we're back to our normal show. Oh, I want to watch that whole thing. See, Nick, that's something that we'd finish up a show and then we would go back to the hotel and that would be on and we would watch that for the full hour. Like that, I want to watch that whole thing. I'm excited about it.
I know. That's one of the things I miss most about touring is being in crummy hotels that smells like the inside of a dog's mouth and watching infomercials like that.
Oh, it's a slice of heaven.
Do you think they still, how somebody was able to send us a Floby? Do you think somebody could send us a Hawaii chair?
I don't think anybody bought a single one. Like, how did it get you thin, or how does it get you fit? You just sit on a ride.
You must have to tighten your core to adjust for how it goes, and that, I don't know, like the Rejuvenique, pulses your face. Somehow that works it out. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's like in the category of Rejuvenique. Like there was all those like electric pulsations on your stomachs, your stomach, and yeah.
Anything where you don't have to work, I'm all on board for.
Steve, buy that for Nick. I would love to see him sitting there and
I'm gonna start looking into them.
I'm gonna get a desk that goes in the opposite direction.
That way you can work from it. George, what do you have?
I think I'm going to show an uncomfortable video.
Yes.
This is my gift to Joe. So
big fan of uncomfortable.
Sure are. So in previous
Speaking of Steve, have you called Smuckers yet, or is that? Sorry, George.
So in previous weeks we showed different videos by the legends of the A-Team, and this week we're going with the final one, which is George Peppard. He had been a matinee star in the 60s and was reduced to TV and hated being on TV. So when he was on Password Plus, things got weird.
Listen, I would like to tell you, Alan, that I think this is a wonderful game, and I really enjoy playing it, but...
here we go.
But the forms we have to sign in order to play that game, I want to discuss with you later in the program. I want the audience to know that there's some terrible things they make us do before we're allowed to play this game.
Would you like to do it now before we go to commercial, just in case?
No, we're going to save it up.
You've got a little complaint to make.
Yes, a big complaint to make. It's about America. It's about America in this program.
George Peppard has a complaint to make about this very program, not the program.
No, not the way it's played. It's the NBC executives, and I hope everybody writes them a letter.
Oh, no. I am absolutely neutral.
Let's go to commercial.
Right after this commercial.
Okay.
We'll be right back. Don't go away. You'll hear about it.
Oh!
Okay. Now, wait a minute. Now, wait 1 minute. I think that I should do... Would you like me to complain some more about this?
No. I'd like you to explain your complaint. Don't complain anymore. Just explain.
All right. Well, here's the thing, friends. I think you should know that before we do this program, that is did they make you sign that form too?
I don't know what form you mean.
All right. Well, there's a form that says that you won't cheat, you won't steal, you won't kick your mother, you won't tell anybody, you're not getting any prizes. It goes on and on and on, like you were some crook. Well, it is really unnecessary in this game. I mean, everybody around this game is paranoid about the truth. They're very careful. And we even have somebody from NBC who watches us. Now, that gets into the police state mentality, and I do not think it's necessary, and I personally resent it, Mr. Silverman and the rest of you. Would you all write him a letter and tell him to stop that?
This is America. Everybody has a right to his opinion.
Anyhow, you can imagine that they never aired that episode because
they never aired it.
No, well, I mean, when it was in syndication, like 20 years later, they aired it. But
that is
beautiful. But just weird. It's just weird.
Well,
and I think he was referring to, there had been the quiz show scandals of the 50s.
Yeah,
they had to sign papers that like you would not cheat.
Of course.
Yeah. So,
but the integrity of the game show. Yeah.
But he clearly, that was very hard to watch.
He didn't have to be on the game show. I don't know if he realized that, but yeah, he could have turned him down.
They would have got, yeah.
It closed out our A-team retrospective.
Early libertarians, a lot of fun.
All right, cool. Oh man, so all right, I got IMGs. I got some IMGs saved up. We're all IMGs. It's been a big week for IMGs. So Jesse emailed me and he said that his office has been doing IMGs. I should probably explain IMGs first. I'm
just a sentence.
I'm a little bit drunk right now, so sorry.
Oh God, we have to tape an EP mode after this.
I know, exactly. Well, no, I'm not drunk to like the point of being stupid, but of my brain not actually working. It's because Tom made me a drink that has way too much vodka in it. It's his fault. So. Okay, so IMG. So if you go to YouTube and you type in IMG and you have 4 numbers afterwards, there are all these people that accidentally uploaded YouTube videos or videos that they shot on their camera uploaded to YouTube. And there's so much stuff, and we're finally getting organized, and we have over 90 minors, IMG minors, and I'm just going to get to the clip because I got to stop talking.
Okay.
You guys cool with that?
No complaints here.
Here's the first one. So Joe sent this one, IMG 1233, 10 views, man in boat doesn't realize he is filming. And the reason I love it is because of a guy, well, there's a lot of great things here, but this guy's doing some smoke talking. He has a cigarette in his mouth and he's talking with a cigarette in his mouth, which I'm a huge fan of. So, all right, here's just watch it all the way through. Let's observe silence because you don't want to miss anything here.
Oh, wait a minute. It's taking a picture of me.
Shit. He just said shit. Yeah. So
See,
I wondered
that's the spirit of IMGs. They don't know they're being shot. No one would ever find this doing a normal search. It's only the fact that you're going really granular with that IMG and that number that you found that.
Yep. And then he looked at it, and I wondered if maybe they missed like a cool jump off of the, because they're on a boat. Maybe there's like a cool jump, and the guy said shit at the end of it. So it felt like we missed something too.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what you want in IMG. All right. Next up. So you remember the Taco Bell game show, the board game with the Taco Bell, the IMG of the guy. I have a quick reminder of the Taco Bell, but I also have an update. So here's the guy who is trying to explain his Taco Bell game to, I don't know, I think people at a senior center, and nobody's paying attention, and it's beautiful.
Good for you. I have, as you guys can see, There's the Taco Bell icons that are all around the board. Taco Bell has graciously given me permission to use their trademark icons.
Yeah, okay.
Gracious.
So you remember that? You remember that?
Yeah.
He had to power through that explanation while people were chit-chatting. Well, Adam he tracked that guy down, and he found that he had more video explanations of his board games. And I watched one. It has 10 views, and it's titled My Movie 11. And again, people aren't listening while they're watching the video, or while they're listening to his explanation. So
you landed on the woolly mammoth. We landed on him previously, which means before. Don't move those. Okay.
I just put it on top.
No, we only get to put it on once.
This is my hell. That is my hell right there.
A shake or what? Hold it. All right. No, what'd you throw? No, I mean what number? Okay, move 6. Move your guy 6. All right, now. You landed on the pterodactyl. All right, you guys know what a pterodactyl is? It's a flying lizard. If you have a pterodactyl, put a coin on it.
yeah, so there it is.
Wow.
That's that poor guy trying to explain some, I don't know, pterodactyl game to some kids who, I mean, Nick, you're always the board game explainer.
Yeah, this is like if Tom fixed you that same vodka soda, and he'd be like, no, you have to wager at least 1 combat point inside in order to get the consolation card when you go back to your home base.
Yeah, I would be one of those little kids right now in the condition that I'm in right now.
Worse,
Yeah.
Any more IMGs tonight?
That's it. No, there's a million more. We have like 2,000 more, but that's all I got for today. We're still trying to figure out something to do with them all. We talked about doing like America's Funniest IMGs, for a special show, or
I think that could be a great digital download. If we do a hosted show wearing tuxedos, almost like early Bob Saget, that kind of thing, or maybe bloopers, practical jokes,
you throw to a montage of a certain theme.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of filth. Like we could be like, all right, filth. Here's the filth montage of IMGs, and
I think that would be great. You could use.
I mean, have you ever seen that one Russian dash cam movie? It was like a movie of all Russian dash cams, and I forgot what it was called, but it's basically a snuff film. I mean, it's just, but I think
I did not see it for that reason.
Yeah, but I feel like we could do something like that without the snuff. So
just IMGs.
Yeah. I'm gonna stop talking because I'm stupid right now.
Snuff film without the snuff. That's a great elevator pitch.
And that's how to watch cyber videos on the internet.
I had one more.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, can I talk to Tom privately after this episode?
It's his fault. He was like, "Do you want a drink?" And then he poured me a drink, and now all of a sudden
had time to mix you a drink, but not plug in the plasma ball behind you. So yeah.
Okay, I have one more video. It's super short. It's another IMG. It's IMG 1232. IMG 1226 has 57 views, which is actually surprising. It's called Man in Hot Tub. Joe sent this one also. The title is great. Man in Hot Tub exclaims he's a hot tubber, which kind of sounds like an Onion headline to me. Man in Hot Tub exclaims he's a hot tubber.
Okay, let's see it.
Yeah, take a look.
I'm a hot tubber.
That's it.
That's great. I mean, another potential ending montage. I'm a hot tubber.
I'm a hot tubber.
An 8. All right, we have birthday shout-outs that we do for no monetary value. We will just give you a birthday shout out or your friends, it's info@foundfootagefest.com.
Steve, what did Smuckers say? Did you talk to him yet?
I have not been able to reach them yet. As I told you, I will do it this week.
It's too dark to see the numbers on your phone, right?
That's it. That's the problem.
Can't see your head in front of your face.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe, so Mimi wrote in and said that, oh God, I hope I got that name right. But anyway, I believe her husband or boyfriend, this is very well researched. Her husband or boyfriend's name is Jason
Smuckers
M.
is going to say a hard no. It's going to be a hard no from
Have
Smuckers
him not watch this episode. And said, is there anything you could do for Jason's birthday? And I said, you want us to send it to him privately or do it on the show? And she said, I would love it if you do it on the show. We have played in the past the video stripogram of a guy stripping and then putting a cake in front of his groin. It's more stripping. We have the female version sent in to us by Bob Hedges from Ooga Booga fame. This is the video stripogram. This is the female version. And there's a lot to like here. I like that they kind of went with an older lady here who takes off her clothes, but you don't see everything. So I'll play you a little edited down version.
Well, you played 2 videos of strippers tonight, huh?
You said go with the female version, so that's what I'm doing. Here we go. Same song as the male version.
It is.
Same chair.
Same guy.
That's actual fog, too. It's not a smoke.
Oh, yeah? They're in London filming this.
Oh, you feel that?
Dave, more smoke, please.
Dave, where are you going? Happy birthday, Jason.
Jason, that one goes out to you. So happy birthday. And what you would do is, that was from 1989, what you would do is you'd send it just like this. You could put the tape in the mail. It would surely be broken by the time you send it.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, you'd put your postage there. And so, I don't know. I would send this to Jason, but this is precious as gold. So
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Do not send that to Jason, but happy birthday, Jason. Nice work on having a birthday. Let's see. Tomorrow was it yesterday? Yesterday or today? Is Roz's birthday, and her husband Michael got in touch with us. Now, Roz, you might know her as Centaur Lady. If you watch Quarantine Classics, we do Show Us Your Plunkets, where we show terrible photos. This is Roz, the birthday girl, and she was at a Renaissance festival. And she saw a guy dressed up as a centaur, which is a half man, half horse. And she got her photo taken with him, but you can't really tell that he's a centaur. He just looks like a shirtless guy holding a beer. So she went up essentially to a drunk guy, shirtless, holding a beer, and got her photo taken with him. You can kind of see a little bit of the horse down there. You see a little bit of the horse.
Yeah, but not what she wanted for when she asked somebody to take her photo with the centaur.
No. So, but anyway, her husband, Michael, said that she would love it if we played Super Duper Pooper for her. And I saw that, and I didn't get that excited because I feel like we're a little burnt out from Super Duper Pooper. Aren't we? Can we all agree that we're a little burnt out?
Absolutely.
We did the tournament recently, and it was in the championship round. We've heard Super Duper Pooper a lot, but it is a birthday. We're going to honor this. We want that Smuckers sponsorship. So here's Super Duper Pooper.
And also the reason George is dressed like that.
Yes, there you go.
She is a super duper pooper.
She can potty with the best. No more diapers to get in her way. We are very impressed.
She is a super duper pooper.
Birthday girl.
She knows when she has to go.
Have a birthday.
Take a bow, she's a big girl now. She's the best pooper we know.
There we go.
Goodbye, Smuckers.
Fingers crossed. Happy birthday, Roz.
But when we got that, we were talking on the outline about, like, should we play that or should we play a different clip from Super Duper Pooper? It would not have been a special birthday if we would have played a different clip from Super Duper Pooper. You had to play Super Duper Pooper. But to make this extra special for Roz, we are not going to play that video for 1 year from today.
Not until a day after Roz's next birthday.
We're only going to play it for Roz's birthday. We're never going to play that video. Let's give ourselves 1 year to not play that video at
Shocking.
all.
Actually, I think the most shocking thing is that you mentioned we have an outline for this show. I think that's the thing that most people will be shocked about. But
but you know, I mean, but that video is it's like, I remember in the tournament that Steve was like, it's an obnoxious song. He didn't really like it. And I remember being in Dallas and somebody coming up to me at the Texas Theater saying, please don't play Super Duper Pooper anymore. And it was kind of serious about it too. It wasn't like a joke. It was like, you guys play it too much, and it just gets stuck in my head.
And then other people ask for it.
That's true. Michael did for
It'll be more special. You're right. If we save it for that.
Once a year on Roz's birthday, every single year. That's when
Happy birthday, Jason. Happy birthday, Roz. Let's move on to reports from the Melindaverse. That is the Facebook group where people discuss the show. What do we got this week?
Well, it's not exactly a report, but I'm here to announce something very important. The official VCR Party Live World Scavenger Hunt. Let me get the map. So this show has showcased many magnificent locations and wholesome activities on this dying planet. So we want someone to experience them all in person. Therefore, the first viewer to have video or photo evidence of themselves in all of these places will win an insane prize package. And let's go through them. First, we have, you have to get treatment at the Midwest Hemorrhoid Treatment Center. You've got to, these are all based on videos and commercials.
But wait a second. They don't have to get treatment. How about they just go out in front of Midwest Hemorrhoid Treatment Center and jump up in the air?
Okay, make it easy for them.
And get a photo. Get a photo where they're like jumping up in the air.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't want to give away a prize, but I mean, I do have a kangaroo's flag.
Then we've got Meet a Woman in St. Louis in the pasta aisle. That's based on the video.
How to Meet Women in St. Louis.
Yes.
That's good. Yeah. Just don't be creepy about it. Just be like, hey, how you doing? My name's...
Okay, so I'm out. So, and eat coleslaw in Daytona, Florida, beside the women's coleslaw wrestling tournament location.
Perfect. Yeah.
You strut that ass in Huntsville, Alabama, along the spot where that guy strutted that ass in the video that we showed.
Who could forget?
Get pulled over by a California big hunk. We've got, you get a photo taken in Daddy's car. That's a late 80s model Chrysler LeBaron in Wisconsin.
Yes,
convertible. Gotta be a convertible.
Gotta be a convertible, and the top has to be down.
But I don't want people to think this is just a domestic scavenger hunt. This is a world scavenger hunt. So you get your photo taken with St. Plunkett's Head in Ireland.
Nice.
Visit the Capodimonte porcelain factory in Italy.
Does that exist?
I'm not sure.
There's a museum.
The
Capodimonte Museum.
You have to report an opinion about Bibra in Bibra, Germany.
Oh, I'd love to do that.
What do you think about Bibra?
Right. Answer the question. Yeah. Right. And then go to the gate of the, is it pronounced is it the Coombe End Farms or Combe End Farms?
Coombe End Farms.
Coombe End Farms. Where Charles Carson buried his cat and held up the placenta.
Yes.
There's just a few more. You have to practice a Chinese lovemaking secret in China. You have to sing a commercial jingle with Reese.
Ooh.
You have to take a photo with you, your girl, your kids, your mate, or your friend, and your Johnson, the boat, motor, in any body of water. So that's more an activity than a place. And finally, you have to genuinely fall asleep wearing a shithead hat anywhere on Earth.
So you get the shithead hat, you fall asleep, maybe your mouth opens, and that's how you know maybe that's the last one in the scavenger hunt, and you win.
Wow, that's a long walk, but it'd be worth it.
You have very dedicated fans, and the winner has to pay for travel and lodging, and of course to pick up their prize, which is either a 24-hour exciting hangout with Nick or a 24-hour tedious hangout with Joe.
Oh,
that's
all right.
Pretty good.
Wait,
the stakes
are high. All of them, they have to get all of them, right?
Yes.
All of those. Okay.
Is of the people who are in the regular viewers, who do you think is most likely to actually do this? Anybody?
He's a pilot.
That's a good call.
Bob could actually do it.
Yeah.
Fly around, right?
He might have already done half of these.
It's true. All right. Well, the challenge is out there. It's a tough one, but
let's keep adding to that though. But like, even if you do one of them, like we'll send you a prize just if you do one of them, because I want to see somebody go to where the coleslaw championships are held and eat some coleslaw. I do actually want to see that.
That would
there might be some Melindas that are in Daytona, so go down there, find out where it was held, and eat some coleslaw.
It's never been easier or safer to travel. So good luck, everybody.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right.
Book that plane ticket now.
So we got to wrap things up. But coming up this week, very exciting things. We mentioned EP episodes. We're shooting it immediately afterwards, but on Thursday at 9 p.m. If you are a Patreon backer at the $10 and up level, we're going to watch the Jewel Osco training videos we've played in previous shows. These are grocery store training videos that have to be seen to be believed, and we're going to watch both of them. There's 2 of them this week. What else is coming up?
Computer Beach Party, August 15th. Yeah, the tickets are on sale now. There's updates on trivia prizes and all sorts of things.
Yeah, and I put together a quick clip. This is in this forgettable comedy from 1987. There's a new sport they're trying to launch or make look cool called sail buggying. And it like most of these movies, they ended with some kind of competition. This vaguely does. So here's a little bit of the sail buggy sport that they try to make catch on in Computer Beach Party. Intrigue finds a gold coin.
What's the big idea?
Oh, shithead.
All right, so that's a little bit of what you're going to see on August 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's the live.
How can people say no to that? How can you watch that clip and say no to that?
That's my point. That's why we're just giving little teases. We don't want to give away too much, but special guests, real prizes, trivia, tons of stuff like that. So
the movie that they made up as they went along. So yeah.
And then Quarantine Classics next week. We're going to be looking at more terrible photos. Frenchie and the Creep. Any ideas for the week after?
No, Quarantine Classics next week, Nick, is we're going to find the ultimate Nick clip.
We're starting Nick that?
Brewer. I think so, right? Are you guys ready for this, or what do you think? We haven't talked about it, but
we'll be ready.
I already thought of 3 clips that are the ultimate Nick Brewer clips. There's going to be 2 divisions. There's going to be the sexuality division because he's a very sexual man, and then the other side is going to be elves and shit, which is like nostalgia and puppets and clowns and shit like that. So 2 divisions and 1 winner.
Okay. So I like that because I don't have to do much. I just kind of have to sit back.
It's true. Yeah. It's true. Yeah.
So more of those segments. And then Frenchie and the Creep, what are you guys going to be reviewing?
We're going to take this week off. We appreciate a lot of people have sent in suggestions, and George and I have started talking about it. He had one idea that he pitched me that I think that we'll probably go with. But
what is it? Tell us what it is.
Well, not until we're 100% sure we can do it and will do it.
All right, I think we should go out on the water slide from Lake George, unless anybody has any better suggestions.
I love it.
I'd go along with that. Yeah. Okay. I have the Welcome to My Home fashion show for Melinda Mixers.
Okay.
That has a song on there.
Sure, let's do that.
Let's do it for Melinda Mixers to sample this. And it's the segment where it's a Welcome to My Home show. Nick, will you explain it? I can't explain things right now.
A soap opera actress made a vanity project, and she's going to be showing off her fashion advice. There's a great song in the background. So you listen to it, and I got to have some servicemen fold my Budweiser flag here and let it not touch the ground. So I think that's all that's it.
That's all that's it. If we had tried harder, we could have done better, and better luck next time, Chucky.
Everybody's a puppet when they're dead.
My name is Brooklyn, and I've perfected the way to get big things erected.
This green dress is one of my favorites. It's very sexy. The shoes are classic. You can wear them with almost anything. Notice the slit? These are bugle beads. I chose an orange lipstick, and I wore my hair very simply. In fashion, sometimes you play against the designer, like I did here. Ostrich feathers, anyone? This is what I call originality in design. As you can see, the shoes are even different. Also, I chose a diamond necklace to go with this. Earrings to match.
When we return, Dr. Selner will complete the bunion surgery.
Yes, those are his pajamas he's wearing.
All right, I gotta go.
That's all. That's it.
Let me see that one.
Rocks are done. Gotta sleep. Bye.
That's it. That it done.
We did our best. If we'd been prepared, we could have done better.
What do you think about Bibra?
About what?
Mine not there for yuck anymore.
An 8.
That's all I'm doing.
We'll be right back right after that.
And Kurt Polstead, the real great guy.